位於西倫敦富林同漢密斯密斯選區係一個新劃分嘅選區，過去分別係工黨同埋保守黨嘅地盤。敢於挑戰呢個議席嘅係華人自由民主黨主席杜淑珍。佢喺79年到新加坡嚟英國攻讀法律，然後就喺英國執業，到6年前先決定入籍，到6年前才決定入籍，並且投身政治。
25 years is a long time for me to feel that I can make UK my home now. And somehow I just coupled being a British citizen with going into politics. So I also joined a political party. It took me a few days to decide, but it was plain for me at the time in 2004 after the Iraq War that Liberal Democrats are a party I could join with a clear conscience, and it has policies and values that gel with my own. Sometimes we just say, oh, we'll leave it to other people to decide, to make policies, to govern the country. But when you see that things that don't work out within what you see as the right or wrong, then it's time to make a stand, rather than just be a bystander.
杜淑珍其實要競逐富林同漢密斯密斯國會議席嘅同時，亦要爭取成為隔離列治文選區嘅區議會議席。初次參選就要肩負重任，點解要咁冒險呢？
I am very much a team player, so I work with the local parties. Our campaign are nicely dovetailed together, so I'm helping the local party here to make sure that Susan Kramer, who is the current MP for Richmond, will retain her seat. And within that, there are different wards, so we are also fighting at the ward level. Across the bridge, I'm helping the local party, Hammersmith and Fulham, and they are a younger, more dynamic party. They don't have a sitting MP, so they have a strategy which is different from the strategy in Richmond. So I'm working hard with them to target a few wards to win council seats. So it's not a case of just wishful thinking that tomorrow I want to be an MP, I'm going to be an MP. No, it's working at ground level with the local team strategically and then winning small victories at a go, but building up so that Liberal Democrats, from being a party with only a handful of MPs under 10, has grown to over 63.
杜淑珍在富林选区的竞选经理 John 是一位美国人，12年前在一个偶然的机会下参与了自民党的助选工作，就一直投身到现在。
From 12 years ago, when there were about 3 or 4 of us doing this, we're now up to a list of about 50 people delivering, and about 10 of those will actually help do telephone canvassing and things like that, and then about another 10 people willing to do stuffing and what have you. So we've built up to a team of about 60.
再说，作为外来人，
作為外地人投入本地政治，有時反而仲有啲好處添。
One of the reasons why I like being over here as a foreigner is I'm outside the class system, and so is Merlene. And so people don't, they may categorize us as immigrants or as something else, but they don't go any further. Say, oh, you're an Essex girl, or you're a Geordie, or you're a Scot, and then all of the stereotypes that go with that. And being outside of that structure actually allows you to talk to people, and they will listen a little bit differently.
Well, I've been to the Polish Center because my constituency, Hammersmith, has a large Polish community, and they are very interested, Polish people, to see that the Chinese woman is going into politics. And I also have constituents from other parts of Asia, even from Africa, from Somali. And when I visit the different communities, it's very interesting that they find it good that someone like me is taking part, and it will inspire them to do the same.
作為一位職業律師，工作之餘又要投身政治，有3個兒子嘅杜淑珍又如何平衡家庭和家庭生活的關係呢？
Yes, it's good now that my children are all teenagers, so they can very much look after themselves. Even if I have to go out for meetings in the evening, I can leave instructions for them to cook their own meal. So, but I also have a husband who's quite supportive. He doesn't go out into political meetings, but he is a stabilizing influence for me at home. So they leave me to it because I think this is my campaign. I do not expect that everyone has to agree, and be involved in it, but I know that they're there for me if I need their help.
杜淑珍話：佢自小喺一個冇政治民主嘅地方成長，
当他呼吸到民主自由的空气时，他对这份权利和自由更加珍惜，甚至全身心投入其中。
This generation takes a lot for granted because when we talk about democracy and freedom, they say, of course, they don't even think twice. But in our generation, a lot of us don't have that experience of freedom, democracy, and there's still many countries in this world that are still fighting for those rights. So we don't take it for granted. But because now we live in the UK and there are so many parties, I think it's a great privilege to be able to participate fully, which is partly why I got motivated into joining politics here.
無線翡翠台記者謝滿志喺倫敦嘅報導。